In this video, I want to talk about tramadol addiction, how it happens, what it feels like, and some things to watch out for. It's something I've been through a couple of times and got through a couple of times. And it's extremely unpleasant and can happen extremely quickly. The reason I'm making this today is because I've been contacted over the last few weeks quite a few times by different people in different countries. So this is an issue that's going around everywhere, not just in particular countries. Just before I start, if you've been helped by any of my videos or you want to support the channel to take it a bit further, perhaps reach a few more people, click the link to Ko-fi in the description and donate at the price of a coffee to the channel. And it'll just help me move things forward. I can't do that without your help. Thank you so much to those who have already done that. So tramadol addiction. It used to be on sale, tramadol, over here, over the counter in the pharmacies. In most countries, it's a prescription-only drug. It's a synthetic opiate, and it's prescribed normally for moderate to severe pain, I would say. And it's usually given, particularly in the UK, it's given from hospitals after you've had an operation. It's always prescribed to take home with you, perhaps. And if you go to the doctors with sort of severe back pain or quite bad back pain or those types of thing, it's prescribed then in mild, moderate to severe pain. The thing is with tramadol, it's a synthetic opiate. It's a man-made opiate. It's not, whereas morphine is a natural opiate, it comes from the poppy. Tramadol is a synthetic opiate. The thing is with tramadol, it also has in it SRI effects, serotonin reuptake inhibitor effects, or in other words, it works on your brain like an antidepressant. So it's like a double whammy, if you like. Normally when you're prescribed tramadol, it's given in generally 50 milligram tablets, and depending on your pain, they usually say prescribed to take, one tablet 3 times a day, something along those sorts of lines. The issues arise as I think around a lot of people who fall into addiction. They make you feel good. It's something, if you've never had these tablets before, particularly tramadol. I've taken a lot of opiates in my life, but tramadol has this very strange effect in that it not only gives you certain euphoria, it also energizes you, and this is attributable to the SRI effect. So it's seductive. It lures you in very quickly. The problem is if you've got issues around in your life that are going on, you may have anxiety or some depression. You may be struggling in your life. You might be dealing with unresolved past pain from your past, your childhood, or current pain. You might be going through all sorts of traumas. And it's very seductive, just like it is with alcohol and with other drugs, to want to lift that gloom, if you like, to want to anesthetize that pain, make yourself feel more comfortable, numb it a bit, feel good, feel a bit of euphoria, just forget it for a minute, and also be energized if you're feeling low and tired and down and depressed, to be energized. So these pills are extremely seductive, and if you experience that effect when you take them, if you're at all vulnerable to their effects, in other words, you want to, you're not just using them for the pain, in other words, you find that you might pop a couple of extra ones just to feel that little bit better. And this may go on over a few days. The problem with tramadol addiction is that it's very, very quick. It gets hold of you very, very quickly. Your tolerance levels build up very quickly. It's surprising how fast they build up. So if you're popping a few extra pills every day for say 8 to 10 to 14 days, then you'll stop feeling those feelings of euphoria just by taking the amount you're taking. You won't get that same effect or be energized. And you'll want it. You'll start to crave it. You'll start to feel it's necessary that you do that to get through the day. So you'll take a couple of extra. You'll maybe take 6, 7, 8 a day. And you'll get that little bit of an effect again. And this will go on, and it's like a snowball rolling down a hill. It happens extremely quickly and you'll be gripped. You know, for me, over a long period of time, and it probably had hold of me for a couple of years in its worst stage. And I think it was obviously a lot worse because I lived over here in Spain when they sold it at pharmacies, and very cheaply, I might add. You know, it's great that they've stopped that now and it's prescription only, but people abuse prescriptions, and it's also quite an easy drug for people to get hold of illegally. You know, without the prescriptions, it's a simple fact. It's a fact of life these days. But certainly to abuse the prescriptions and to keep going back to your doctor and say the pain's worse or you need more or whatever, it's an extremely quick and easy thing to do. And it's, before you know it, it sucks you in. And that struggle over, once you're in that cycle of addiction, you know, it becomes, you start to take them just to feel normal. You get to a stage where you're taking these drugs, these Tramadol, just to get through the day. You're not experiencing any euphoria. All you do is staving off the horrific withdrawal symptoms that come with Tramadol withdrawal. You know, which is like an opiate. It is an opiate withdrawal, but made even more severe by the SRI effect. So you have debilitating lack of energy, crushing depression, along with all the other symptoms of opiate withdrawal. I have a video on the channel, if you'd like to look for it, about Tramadol withdrawal, which goes into great depth on how to get off Tramadol and go through a Tramadol withdrawal. So have a look at that on the channel. And please subscribe, like and share the videos. It just helps more people perhaps get some help from my experiences, good and bad. What I would say just before I finish is just be aware of this drug. And also, if you're thinking about stopping it, again, another issue around Tramadol, particularly if your tolerance has gone up and you're taking a lot of this drug, don't just stop cold turkey. It's extremely dangerous. It can cause seizures, can cause all sorts of issues, can make yourself very ill. And I think, you know, if you look up, a lot of people have become seriously ill and perhaps died from this. With, you know, just stopping, particularly if you're taking a lot. Get a doctor's help with it, but I would definitely not just stop, I would taper down extremely slowly over a period. And I say you can get a doctor's help with this, so you can prescribe, so you're getting smaller doses, and you're cutting down each day for perhaps 2 weeks before you actually come off, and just ease yourself off gradually. If you try and do a cold turkey with this drug, it can be extremely dangerous. I can't stress that enough. So please just be aware around Tramadol, because it is a drug. You're not warned by doctors or hospitals when you're given this drug that it can be this addictive. But I have talked to hundreds of people, not excluding myself, who's been through this twice, who've got caught up with this drug when they've had stuff going on in their lives. And it's gripped them like a vice. It's very difficult to avoid. So be careful with it, and I hope that's been helpful to you. Click the link in the description, Ko-fi, if you'd like to support the channel, and thank you for listening. Carpe diem, stay strong, seize the day. Much love to you. Bye-bye.